time for a Labor Day tents event.
This is our biggest event ever with the most cars and the most offers.
We've got 4 locations of inventory. Not only are we selling at our main lots, but we've got tents at the Kanawha Mall and the Old Sport Mart Plaza. Every test drive is a chance to win $1,000. Buy a car and get your choice of $1,000 cash, no payments until 2023, 250 gallons of gas, or take a bigger discount.
With the best trade-in figures powered by Kelley Blue Book Instant Cash Offer, you can get the best deals of the year.
Go to TopJ4.com and see for yourself.
What started as the Parmar Oil Company in 1967 has grown into 116 convenience stores in 4 states. Parmar convenience stores offer monthly product specials and grab-and-go items. Located just down the street from where you live, Parmar stores are all about being your above-par convenience store. If you don't have a Parmar store near you now, you will soon. Parmar Convenience Stores, neighbors serving your community and making life a little bit easier every day.
Okay, Amy, are you going to pass or press your Dutch?
I'm going to press my Dutch. No whammy, no whammy, no whammy. Stop!
All right, Wes, your turn. Are you going to pass or press your Dutch? I'm going to press my Dutch. No whammy, no whammy, no whammy. Stop! That's the grand prize!
Congratulations, Wes! You've won this brand new Kia Sportage for only $269 a month.
August 5th, 2013 was supposed to be the happiest day of my life. It turned into a nightmare. Harmony was too big for me to pass through my pelvis. They thought the best option was to put the vacuum on her.
She begged for a C-section over and over and over. They wanted to rush through it. Once Harmony came out, it probably wasn't 5 minutes. They rushed her to NIC unit, and then her head swelled the size of a watermelon. It pretty much crushed her whole skull. Ben Salingo was recommended to us by a family friend that he had represented.
Having Ben Salingo on our side changed everything for the better.
From day one, he did everything for us. He kept in touch with us pretty much on a daily basis to let us know what was going on and even just to check on us.
It gave us closure as a family, a peace, a calming feeling over us that she can rest in peace finally.
We know who we are, where we have been, and where we are going. Healthcare is ever-changing, and we are evolving to meet the future needs of our community. Thomas Health is honored to announce our affiliation with the WVU Health System. WVU Health System and its network of hospitals and physicians across West Virginia, Ohio, and Pennsylvania will allow Thomas Health to elevate and expand the current services we offer to this region. With broader access to specialists and subspecialists and the full support of the preeminent health system in our state, we look forward to being your first choice for medical care. Together, proudly serving our community and the state of West Virginia, today and tomorrow.
Make sure you are informed with HD Media. We are leading the state in local, digital, and print media. We are storytellers. We focus on education, health, entertainment, politics, opinions, sports, and the outdoors. Through our websites, print, or social and mobile apps. We work every day to enhance the lives of our customers by informing, entertaining, and empowering our readers in the communities we serve. We are HD Media.
I'm attorney Bobby Warner. Congress recently created a fund to compensate victims of Camp Lejeune who were exposed to toxic waters between 1953 and 1987. If you or a loved one were diagnosed with cancer or other health issues related to toxic water exposure at Camp Lejeune, call today for a free case evaluation.
Bobby Warner, now's the time. Call 345-6789.
Call State Farm agent Matthew Rousey at 304-925-8000 today.
Ball Toyota is here for you. Gas prices got you down? Toyota has a hybrid for everyone, like the 53 MPG Corolla or Camry, the 58 MPG Prius, the 41 MPG RAV4, the 40 MPG Venza, and the 36 MPG Highlander. Need more room or want to haul a trailer or boat? Get the new 22 MPG Tundra Hybrid. Give your new Toyota the protection it deserves with a genuine Toyota service contract. Visit balltoyota.com. Ball Toyota of Charleston. It's a whole new ball game.
And a very pleasant good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Hill Edwards Field on the campus of George Washington High School for tonight's Par-Mar Stores Game of the Week on RSN Sports. It is GW playing host to Huntington High School. Hi, everybody. Brian Nost along with the coach, Bob Goebel. And, Bob, I tell you, you know it's a football Friday night. Two things. When you're on the Hill, an inner Sandman starts coming over the loudspeakers, and the Patriots come out of the locker room. It's time to play ball.
No doubt about it. There's already hair raising on people's necks all over the place up here.
We're glad you're with us tonight, and we expect this to be a good ball game. Two teams, well, first of all, Huntington has had a week to rest. They were off last week. Very tough ball game their first week of the season. They lost to Spring Valley 29-28. And they made South Charleston pay for it the week later when they came in and beat the Black Eagles 54-7. For George Washington, they started out 2-0. They played a very good Cabell Midland football team and played them well enough to beat them by a touchdown, 28-21. And then they took on an Ashland Blazer team from Ashland, Kentucky. Another close ball game, one-score game, 21-14. But, Coach, what happened last week against the Hurricane Redskins, a team you and I saw in week 1 put up 48 against Winfield? They put up 56 against George Washington 7 last week. What happened?
Well, I think it was just one of the biggest things that happened to them was turnovers. I think they had 7 maybe turnovers, takeaways, giveaways, and they just they were like when you watch the game, it seemed like they were driving at night without their headlights on, you know, and everything they attempted to do, nothing was working because of all the turnovers. You know, just couldn't get any momentum rolling.
Well, I think if it could have gone wrong, it did in that game for GW. They had a 7-0 lead early, right, against Hurricane. And then the turnover started, and they never stopped for the rest of the ball game, and that really hurt them.
Yeah, like you say, they for whatever reason they were snake bit most of the evening, and just couldn't get any momentum. And every time they started getting the ball rolling a little bit, obviously they would lose the ball again and turn it over, and here we go again.
Well, so you know Steve Edwards very well. I mean, you coached him, and you've been around him for a long time. How do you bounce back as a coach? How do you get your kids to forget about the fact that you got shellacked last week and you're facing a very, very good Huntington team who was the state runner-up in 2021?
Well, it's tough sometimes, you know, especially emotionally. You got to make sure you're doing it the right way to get the kids back and concentrating on what they're doing. And, you know, knowing Steve Edwards, he probably got them all together and they met and talked about the mistakes they made and why and everything, and then said, it's time to throw that away. That one's over. Let's concentrate and get ready for the next one, because there's nothing they can do about it. It's history. It's over. Let's get better.
The Edwards name has been synonymous with George Washington football forever. And Steve, believe it or not, is entering his 27th year.
Amazing.
As the head coach of the Patriots here at George Washington. On the other side of the football, Billy Seals has been at it for a long time too. This is his 24th season at the helm of Highlander football, and he has a record of 153. Of course, last year's state championship runner-up, MSAC champions in 2013, 17, and 21. Huntington is a team to be reckoned with, and it should be a good ball game tonight.
Yes, they are. You know, they're a lot like the Patriots in the fact that they're both consistent in what they do most of the time, have good, solid programs. Both have a lot of good help in their assistant coaches, and they're both very successful. And something I'd like to mention too that we haven't talked about yet is Steve Edwards is the winningest coach in Kanawha Valley history now. What is it, 182 or 183 victories?
Yeah.
So he's
more
been
than
around.
I've got.
Me too. But
when George Washington has the football tonight, across the front it'll be Lath Ganem, a 6'4", 290-pound senior. Next to him, the left guard is Christian Valentine, 6'2", 145. That is an interesting placement for somebody who's 145. I'm thinking that may be a typo, but then again, what do I know? But you got to hope it's speed as to why he's there on that line. The center is Isaiah Ayers, number 72, 6'3", 275. He's a senior. Right guard is Amari Phillips, a 6'2 senior, goes 295. And the right tackle on the right end is 6'3", 240-pound sophomore Braden Lude. He wears number 73. Your skill players, your quarterback is Honest Abe Fenwick. 6'2 junior, he goes 190. He's a 43 of 73 in the completion ratio this season. 4 interceptions of the 59% completion percentage. He's thrown for 695 yards and 6 touchdowns. Helping him out will be number 5, Keegan Sack, with 18 receptions so far this year. Hayden Hatfield has 13 receptions. He wears number 10. He'll also be in a wide receiver position. Tight end is number 4, Gunnar Flores, 6-foot senior, goes 180. In the backfield, number 13, Clay Matthews, with 14 rushes for 35 yards. The biggest rusher on the ball club is Fenwick. I mean, Abe Fenwick is the leading rusher on the team, and he's your quarterback. And the other wide receiver, number 1, Hunter Giacomo, 3 receptions for 34 yards. He averages 11.3 yards a game. For Huntington, across the front, protecting the quarterback will be Robbie Martin, a 6'4", 275-pound junior. This kid has 20 offers already to play football at the next level. And he's very excited about that. He'll have his pick of where he wants to go. We'll see a lot of him tonight. Next to him, number 51, Tyrus Mayo, 6'2", 275-pound senior. The center is Will Elk, 6'5", 245. He's a junior. Jesse Atkins, number 70, 6'4", 295 senior. And Gavin Atkins right next door to him at number 59, 6'1", 225. And he is a sophomore. Quarterback is Gavin Laco, 6', 200-pound senior. He's 20 of 39 on the year for 1 interception and 8 touchdowns. He's having a good year, 695 yards. He'll throw the ball to Jamari Tubbs, number 9, Tavion Chandler, number 14. Christian Saunders is the tight end, number 29. The other wide receiver is Miles Metters, and the running back in the backfield is Wayne Harris, number 6. He's a South Charleston transfer, along with Jamari Tubbs is a South Charleston transfer as well. So I wasn't paying attention. I don't know who won the toss and who did what. Did you?
The Highlanders are kicking off. I know that.
Doing the kicking for Huntington is going to be number 25, Johnny I. Now I had to get the pronunciation on that because in the book it's AYA-AY, right? So the pronunciation is II.
Like II, sir.
II, Captain. So II will kick it off. Back deep for the Patriots, number 5, Keegan Sack, number 6, Anthony Valentine. And we are set to go from the hill. Glad you're with us. Brian Nost and Coach Bob Goebel on RSN Sports. Here we go with week number 4. Sack takes it at the 5. Goes right up the middle and runs into a cluster of both his own guys and guys from Huntington.
Tremendous coverage on that kick right there. Anytime you can keep it inside the 30-yard line, that's a good job.
So GW will set up shop, 1st and 10 from their own 25. Again, Fenwick is the quarterback in the shotgun all by himself. He has 5 wide receivers now. Fenwick wants to throw, throws that little slant over the middle. The pass is caught. And with the reception is Hayden Hatfield, the 6'2", 200-pound senior. Pickup of 10, first down for the Patriots.
Well, Fenwick's stats speak for themselves. He's a pretty accurate quarterback. He gets the job done most of the time really well.
Fenwick wants to throw, same play, only he cuts outside this time instead of inside. The ball came loose, but he was down,
yes,
and that pass was complete to, looked like Sack, number 5. Keegan Sack. 6 yards on the pickup, Coach. It'll be 2nd down and 4. Just underway here on RSN Sports. Brian Nost and Bob Goebel. Glad you're with us here on this Friday night from the Hill. Beautiful night for football, man. It was great weather today, and it has continued this evening. High snap. Fenwick controls it. Has a lot of time. Throws over the middle. Pass is caught. That's Slack. He's still on his feet. Sack across the 45 to the 46-yard line, and he'll be stopped forward progress.
Fenwick doing a really good job reading the defense and getting rid of the ball so quick that they can't get any pressure on him. Of course, that's all by design. They're going right at him.
Another first down for GW as they continue to move the football. Line of scrimmage now is their own 46-yard line. Again, shotgun formation for Abe Fenwick. 5 receivers in the pattern. And the pass is over the middle and intended for Hayden Hatfield, and just in and out of his hands. Lucky that wasn't picked off, Coach, as the ball ricocheted up in the air. We saw that happen to the Mountaineers in week 1.
Absolutely.
Against Pitt.
I'll tell you what, Fenwick was looking good, though, with his accuracy so far. He's putting everything on the money.
Yep. Fenwick looks to the sideline to get his play. He has it. Empty backfield. Not interested in running the ball right now. What a great pass and catch over the middle.
Catch.
And that's number 10, Hayden Hatfield, down to the 40-yard line. First down GW, and they are moving.
Big time concentration on that grab right there.
And that's enough for an Astor Auto first down.
First and 10, Patriots. Into Huntington territory. First pressure that Fenwick has felt tonight, and he's going to go down for a loss of about 3 yards back to the 43-yard line.
I think the Highlanders had a twist stunt going on in there. That's where one guy goes in the direction, another one wraps around him, confuses the blocking every once in a while, creates an opening.
Well, it created the pressure, and Fenwick couldn't get away from it, and so a loss. Samjay Wesley checks into the ball game now for Steve Edwards. And they'll bring Sack to the near sideline there at the bottom of your screen, right above the scoreboard graphic. Fenwick, here comes the blitz. He's just got to run for his life, and he's knocked out of bounds short of the original line of scrimmage. But he's run out of bounds by Cam Veazey, the junior. He had the angle on him, and that blitz came quick.
Yes, the Patriots absolutely have to do a better job picking that up and reading what's going on.
Well, I feel like Billy Seals has seen that first 2 or 3 first downs, and he was like, all right, we need to make a change right quick here.
Right, enough's enough, huh?
So first time we've seen a pistol formation, and flag on the play, our first flag of the night. We'll see if GW moved or if Huntington jumped the line, and they did. They're offside. So that'll help field position a little bit. It'll bring up a 3rd and 5, Bob, instead of a 3rd and long.
Yeah, maybe if he can snap off another one of these quick passes here, might be able to get back into good field position.
Pistol formation. Fenwick wants to throw. Looks over the middle, has a man wide open, still on his feet. And that looks like number 1, Hunter Giacomo.
Great route to running there with the other receiver clearing out the middle for him to catch the ball on that crossing route.
Big time first down for GW, and they are in the red zone.
And once again here you see to the top of your screen, the left of your screen, a trips formation. 3 receivers over there, a single receiver on the right-hand side.
Fenwick wants to throw, under pressure, now throws over the middle to a wide open receiver into the end zone. Touchdown is Gunnar Flores. Flores, the tight end, and nobody covered him, Coach.
Yeah, definitely a breakdown in the coverage there. Once again, Coach Tinsley's throwing in those crossing routes, and either somebody just got jammed up in the middle there or just wasn't able to switch on there. Great call.
How impressive was that drive as GW started at their own 25-yard line and they marched it clear down the field. Mercy sakes.
Well, and after last Friday, I'm sure that's something that they really needed right now to get rolling.
Absolutely. Extra point is good by number 44. That's Jordan Price. So our score with 8:31 left to go in the first, GW out on top 7-0. We'll take a break. We're coming right back.
Time for a Labor Day tents event.
This is our biggest event ever with the most cars and the most offers.
We've got 4 locations of inventory. Not only are we selling at our main lots, but we've got tents at the Kanawha Mall and the Old Sport Mart Plaza. Every test drive is a chance to win $1,000. Buy a car and get your choice of $1,000 cash, no payments until 2023, 250 gallons of gas, or take a bigger discount.
With the best trade-in figures powered by Kelley Blue Book Instant Cash Offer, you can get the best deals of the year.
Go to TallJ4.com and see for yourself.
So the first thing that Coach Bob Goebel said to me when we went to break was impressive. That was, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. And like I said, once again, that's a great momentum for GW after the week they had last week, the game they had last week. Now they've driven the ball right down. Their spirits are up. They've got their confidence. And, they know that they can move the ball on this team now. So it's going to help them leaps and bounds if they can continue to do so.
Right. Not only that, but a huge stop right here would really help their confidence against a very good Huntington ball club. Don't let Huntington 1-1 fool you. They're good.
Yes, they are.
Back deep for them is number 6, Wayne Harris on the near side. And the far side, the ball is going to go to Zaza Jackson. No, it'll go into the end zone. And Jackson just lets it go, so probably a good move there.
Nice job by the kicker there.
Yep.
Kickoff by Jordan Price goes into the end zone. And the Highlanders will begin.
So Huntington will take over.
1-yard line.
1st and 10 from their own 20. Again, their quarterback, number 3, Gavin Locko. 6 foot, 200-pound senior. 20 of 39 for 695 on the season. Pistol formation. And they hand it off immediately to Zaza Jackson. Flag on the play. Jackson gets out to the 25-yard line.
Left offensive tackle, number 73, Braden Lude, held on a little too long that time when he was going around the corner.
For the Patriots, Hunter Giacomo. There is a flag on the play.
They're calling it on Huntington, so.
And that's the only time linemen get their names mentioned in games.
Yeah, when they commit a penalty. That's right.
That's right.
That's actually Robbie Martin, number 73.
Oh, okay.
You're looking at GW's roster.
Yeah. I knew that. I just want to see if you did.
I don't need you to make me mess up. I can do it all by myself. Locko run pass option. He keeps it, gets up to about the 19-yard line, and that's it. They've got a brand new video board here at GW, which is beautiful. I've never seen a video board that size at a high school field. What I don't see on their scoreboard is down, to go, timeouts. Unless I'm missing it. We don't have the best angle here, but we've got a pretty good vantage point right at the 50-yard line. Laco out of the pistol. He keeps it, runs right. Another flag comes in across the 15 out to the 17-yard line. We'll see what the flag is. Did you see anything, Coach?
No, I didn't that time. Looks like they're pointing to the George Washington for the penalty.
Yeah, it's going to be a hold against the Patriots. That's 5 yards and an automatic, right?
Yep, that was a nice little lead play there where he rode the back and then ran behind him with some blocking.
Yeah. Or is that a 10-yard penalty?
10-yard.
10-yard holding penalty.
That penalty goes against the Patriots and will bring up a second down and 2 to go for the Highlanders.
Well, that hurts because they had him pinned back.
Yes, they did. But now I guess they're even. They traded penalties there.
Yep.
So.
Shotgun formation. Zaza Jackson, number 5, is behind Laco. And Laco will keep it. And roll right towards you. Has an angle, goes around the corner, and Laco out to the 45-yard line, where he is run out of bounds by number 5, Keegan Sack.
That was a nice counter play by Huntington, and what they did, they faked the dive to the back to the right, and then the wide receiver on the right-hand side came all the way behind the line to kick the end out. Nice misdirection there.
1st and 10 for the Highlanders, and they don't seem to be having any trouble moving the football now that they have a little breathing room. Shotgun formation. 4 wide receivers. And they give it to Zaza Jackson on the jet sweep. Jackson, big head of steam as he gets across the 50 down to the 46-yard line.
Nice job up front by the big boys on the right-hand side there.
Picked up 9 on the play.
Huntington just getting in the rhythm now, a methodical ground-based drive, moving the football.
I found the to go and down, and it's on the video board. It's not on the scoreboard. Laco, 25 down to the 24-yard line. That kid can move.
Yes, he can. He faked the jet sweep, kept the ball, went around the other end. Great job.
Gavin Laco, the senior, 6 foot, 200 pounds. Not only can he throw it, he can run it.
I'm glad to see Brian's already settling down now that he can find the down and distance. Feel a lot better now,
It's like a security blanket, you know what I mean? It's just
sure, absolutely.
You know, it's like having you here with me. Now, I got to tell you, it wasn't supposed to be this way. We lied to you last week when we said you and I were going to be doing this game.
Yeah.
We'll get to that here in a second. Zaza Jackson on the pitch. Jackson left side, stutter steps, run out of bounds at the 13-yard line. So we thought it was you and I here tonight, last week, and we found out it was actually Adam Rogers, who does a lot of games for RSN, and you were going to get the night off after doing the show on Tuesday night, and it was going to be me and Adam.
Right.
Adam calls me yesterday, and he goes, dude, I got COVID.
Yeah.
I said, I'm calling Bob. And so that's how that all came about. But we're glad to be here with you. We know Adam is home with a hanky and a Kleenex watching us on the stream, and we appreciate it, man. I know you'd rather be here. Zaza Jackson, the ball carrier, up the middle down to the 10-yard line.
Highlanders are coming out now with a split back set and a wing back on the one side. And it's affording them the opportunity to go ahead and run the power or to run the option or the keep.
Edric Graves has been doing that, and he's platooning with number 6, Wayne Harris.
Right.
Graves wears 7, Harris wears 6, and Harris just checked into the ball game. Also, Carmelo Sheffield, number 24, into the ball game for the Highlanders, and he is at the bottom of your screen right there at the 10-yard line.
Twin receivers, both sides.
Now they'll send Jackson in motion. They fake it to him. Laco goes up the middle.
Nowhere on that time. I don't believe that one sold anybody.
No. 55, Ridge Flores in on the stop.
Ridge Flores and his brother Gunner are sons of their dad. I coached in high school, Van High School, and also coached him at West Virginia Tech. So we had a little family reunion here today.
Yeah, he came up to the box and said hi a little while ago.
Yep, great kids.
2nd and 8, ball's on the 9-yard line. They can get a first down. Laco wants to throw back in the end zone. Almost intercepted. Just out of the reach of Hayden Hatfield.
And speaking of Hayden Hatfield, I also coached his dad at Baileysville High School. So I've got him running all over the place up here this evening.
I'm convinced you couldn't hold a job as a coach because you coached everybody everywhere.
Yeah, and sometimes I moved because I wanted to, and sometimes I moved because I didn't want to.
Yeah, I've been there, done that.
Stay in this business long enough, you'll go somewhere.
Marshall Christus, number 21, checks into the ball game for Huntington. Pistol. Laco wants to throw over the middle. He's got a man in the end zone, and it is caught. Touchdown, 21, Marshall Christus. I just said he just checked in. Came off of that tight end, off that right side of the line, went right there to this, ran a little skinny post.
Sure did.
Wide open.
Nice hands. Jumped, got a great elevation on that right over top of the defender and pulled it down. Tremendous concentration on that catch.
So, Johnny, to attempt the extra point. And I's kick is up and good. So, with 4:13 to go in the first quarter, we are knotted at 7. Brian Nostin, Bob Goebel, RSN, Parmar, Game of the Week. Stay with us. We're coming right back.
What started as the Parmar Oil Company in 1967 has grown into 116 convenience stores in 4 states. Parmar convenience stores offer monthly product specials and grab-and-go items. Located just down the street from where you live, Parmar stores are all about being your above-par convenience store. If you don't have a Parmar store near you now, you will soon. Parmar Convenience Stores, neighbors serving your community and making life a little bit easier every day.
You are watching High School Game Day, the Parmar Stores Game of the Week, right here on RSN Sports, brought to you in part by the West Virginia Coal Association, and still, coal keeps the stadium lights on. Also by Mullins Plumbing and Heating, proud partner of Game Day. Contact them first thing Monday for a free consultation. And also Martin Transport. Join the team of highly skilled CDL drivers for the best pay and benefits. II has it teed up, and it's going to be fielded at the 5-yard line. And a seam right up the middle for GW. With the football right over the middle.
And I'll tell you the thing about that, I thought his knee was on the ground when he caught the ball.
I almost said something. But yeah, right up over the middle goes number 5, Keegan Sack.
Obviously it wasn't, though, because the official was standing right beside him.
Yeah.
Well, so far it's been punch, counter punch. Both teams running the ball pretty well, moving the ball down the field.
And now a wing formation in the backfield. First time we've seen that from GW. They came out throwing in that first series. They'll send a man in motion. And they give it over the right side. Nice yardage right there for the ball carrier, and that is going to be number 13. Number 13 is Clay Matthews.
That wing formation to the left and the motion to the left also caused the defense for Huntington to shift to the strength of the formation, which opened up the dive to the backside.
There you go. That's why you're in the color chair. First down for the Patriots. Ball is on the 42-yard line. 3:40 to go on a running clock here in the first quarter. Good game so far. Over the middle. Pass is complete from Fenwick. And I want to say that was number 5, Keegan Sack. He's been a big factor in this first quarter.
Uh-oh, we have a flag on the play.
Yep. And that's going to be holding against George Washington. That'll turn Steve Edwards' mustache gray.
Yes, it will, if it's possible. Fenwick is an impressive young man. His accuracy is really nice this evening.
Yeah. And he's left-handed.
Yeah. He's fundamentally sound. Of course, he's got one of the best quarterback coaches in the state, Scott Tinsley, working with him every day.
Yeah, Tinsley is a long-time veteran of coaching in this area. I first met him when he coached at Nitro High School. Fenwick over the middle, wide open, in and out of the hands on Anthony Valentine was wide open, number 6.
Yeah, I think Coach Tinsley coached that kid at Nitro wasn't too bad. What was his name, House?
Yeah. They named a sandwich out at Deals down there at Nitro. They named a sandwich after him, I think.
That's when you really know you've accomplished it, when you get a sandwich named after you.
Now, see, Deals, if you're watching, you just got a free plug, so you need to become a sponsor.
There you go.
You know, worried of that. Take care of me and Coach next time we're hungry. We'll go down there.
There you go.
2nd and 26 at the 42.
That's also my wife's favorite restaurant.
Yeah, mine too, man. She loves that place.
Got triple receivers again to one side.
Fenwick. Lots of time to throw. He'll throw it down the field, and it's going to be intercepted. Avante Crawford, the 6'1", 175-pound sophomore. And just like that, the momentum swings back to the Highlanders.
They ran a route called a wheel route. It's to the bottom receiver here. He runs like a post pattern down and toward the post. That's why it's called a post pattern. And the other receiver goes and wraps around behind him and runs down the sidelines. And then the quarterback decides which guy to throw it to.
Well, he threw into double coverage there, which you don't advise that.
Right.
And that came back to bite him.
Actually, the wheel was open, but that's easy to say when you're sitting up here watching.
Yeah, well, sure. Yeah, we've got a great vantage point here at the 50-yard line. We're nice and high. We can see everything. Shotgun formation for Laco. He'll throw the screen over to the left side. Pass is caught. Run out of bounds is Wayne Harris, number 6. But Harris picks up about 5 on the play, maybe 6, Coach, closer to 7.
Highlanders are starting to take advantage of their speed a little more instead of just running power stuff all the time.
They'll give him 8, so bring up 2nd down and 2.
You know, everybody throws those routes all the time now. It's so difficult, even if you work on it all the time, to tackle out in open space like that by yourself.
Laco in the gun. Wants to throw. Down the left side, he has a man. What a great catch. That is 24, Carmelo Sheffield. And he got a foot down right in front of Steve Edwards, and now there's a flag on the play. I don't know if Edwards said something to him, but
I would say so.
But I mean, it was right in front of us, and he made a great catch, and he got 1 foot down, which is all you need. Oh, I guess it's a sideline warning.
Sideline warning, yes.
Okay, so no flag, no penalty on the play, but it's a sideline warning. I guarantee you Steve gave him an earful.
You think?
Well, you know him better than I do. I would say yes. Jackson in motion in the backfield, and Locko will keep it. He'll go over the right side, and he's got room. Locko at the 30. Locko out of bounds at the 20.
That time they put the running back in motion to the right-hand side, and what happened, it made the force defender on the other side as well go out wider on that guy in motion, which created that lane there.
Yeah.
Good coaching, good game plan.
And the way Jackson moves, you got to have somebody on him, right? Because you don't want him running free.
Yep. They're back into that two-back set again. Once again, sometimes run some option out of this.
Man in motion is Markel Jones.
GW secondary still giving them a pretty good cushion there too, which makes those routes possible. And usually what happens if they start sneaking up there, then they'll give them a fake and go route where they'll stop like they're going to catch the ball and then take off.
Yeah.
Really hard to defend.
2nd and 6, the ball on the 16-yard line. 2 wide receivers to the bottom of your screen. And a 2-back set. Locko keeps it. Down close to the 10-yard line.
And I've got a feeling what's going to happen one of these times. You have the 2 backs there, and the 1 back is going in motion, and then they're faking the dive and keeping it. They may pitch it out to that guy at one time because they're getting a little, they're starting to sleepwalk on the coverage on that back in motion a little bit.
And Huntington just brought that tight end back in, number 21, Marshall Christus, who caught that touchdown just a few minutes ago. Locko gives it to, looked like Deedrick Graves, number 7, the ball carrier.
Looks like the Highlanders are starting to move the Patriots off the ball a little bit now.
Moves the ball to the 6-yard line. It will be 1st and goal for Huntington.
1st and goal from the 6.
Tight end once again.
Locko wants to keep it. And he gets inside the 5-yard line down to about the 3.
Yep, the big uglies up front are doing their job right now. They're getting off the ball and moving them.
Jason Craven there, one of the officials, spots it at the 2-yard line, so it'll be 2nd and goal from the 2.
What an impressive drive. Looks like they may hang out and wait for the end of the quarter here.
Yeah, it's 10 seconds to go and 10 on the play clock, so yeah, for sure. They'll let it run out. So a very good, exciting first quarter. Our score at the end of 12 minutes. Huntington 7, GW 7. Huntington is knocking on the door. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
August 5th, 2013 was supposed to be the happiest day of my life. It turned into a nightmare. Harmony was too big for me to pass through my pelvis. They thought the best option was to put the vacuum on her.
She begged for a C-section over and over and over. They wanted to rush through it. Once Harmony came out, it probably wasn't 5 minutes. They rushed her to NIC unit, and then her head swelled the size of a watermelon. It pretty much crushed her whole skull. Ben Salingo was recommended to us by a family friend that he had represented.
Having Ben Salingo on our side changed everything for the better.
From day one, he did everything for us. He kept in touch with us pretty much on a daily basis to let us know what was going on and even just to check on us.
It gave us closure as a family, a peace, a calming feeling over us that she can rest in peace finally.
You can read all about tonight's game at wvgazettemail.com or heralddispatch.com or tomorrow morning in our easy newsstand versions. 7-7 our score as we start the second quarter. Brian Austin, the coach. Bob Goebel from Edwards Stadium on the campus of George Washington High School in Charleston, West Virginia. RSN Par-Mar Storage Game of the Week. Really exciting first quarter. Both teams traded scores. And after the turnover, Huntington is second and goal from the 2. Split backfield. They give it to Zaza Jackson over the left side. Jackson into the end zone. No, they're going to say he was out at the 1 yard line. Jackson thought he was in.
That young man has some wheels. He got around that corner without very much blocking help whatsoever. I thought maybe they were going to go for a power play there. They moved the fullback into the A gap, which is in between the guard and the center, and the 2 other backs in there as well. I thought maybe they were going to try to pound it up the middle, but elected to go around the corner.
Jackson is only 5'10". He's 175 pounds, and much to Billy Seal's liking, he's a sophomore.
Same formation to the left side, though. The fullback is to the left side now.
Laco wants to keep it, and he goes into the end zone. Touchdown, Highlanders.
They faked the power play to the right. He kept it and went through the gap to the left. That young man is so quick. He's hard to keep your thumbs on, I'll tell you.
So just the second play of the second quarter results in 6 points. And Johnny I going to attempt the extra point now to make it a 14-7 game out of the hold of Jackson Hatfield. Here comes the block attempt.
Man, that was close.
Yeah, that was. Kick is up and good. 11:46 to go in the second quarter. Highlanders take the lead, 14-7. We'll be right back.
August 5th, 2013 was supposed to be the happy.
Call State Farm agent Matthew Rousey at 304-925-8000 today.
The 14-7 our score. The RSN Par-Mar Stores High School Game Day Game of the Week. We are in the Frontier Communications broadcast booth here on the campus of George Washington High School. Edwards Field, named after Steve Edwards Sr., who, like we talked about, between senior and junior, there's been an Edwards associated with this football program for half a century or better.
Long time, yes.
Junior entering his 27th year as the head coach. I don't know. Do you know if there's another high school coach that's had a longer tenure
in West Virginia?
Yeah, than Steve.
I'm not sure. I'm probably one that maybe come close. Might be in Dick Whitman at DuPont. He was there a pretty long time. I don't know if it's that long or not, though.
Yeah. Anthony Valentine with the return for GW, and they'll set up shop.
And don't forget, too, Joe Eddie Cowley was at Herbert Hoover High School for a long, long time.
Yeah. Valentine got out to just past the 25-yard line. So 1st and 10, Patriots, their own 26. And again, Abe Fenwick is your quarterback. He is now under center. Under pressure, he's got to get rid of it. And he throws it, but not before he is brought down in the backfield.
Boy, he was really lucky to get that hand moving forward. I thought for a moment there that was a fumble.
Yeah. Nice job by Huntington getting off the ball. Their speed is starting to show.
Yes, it is. Well, once again, I think that Coach Seals is finding, doing his work, analyzing, and starting to bring different kinds of blitzes from different places, cause a little confusion and trouble for the GW line.
Valentine in the backfield in the pistol formation with Fenwick, and before they can get get the ball snapped. There's a flag on the play. And it's going to be a offsides against Huntington, so that'll help. Bring up a 2nd and 5. Ball will be spotted at the 31-yard line. And a little play change now. They send Valentine in motion, and they hand the ball right up the middle to Hayden Hatfield, I believe that's who it was.
It looks like the motion didn't have that much effect on the defense that time. I think they've adjusted to that as well.
Yeah. That may have been Clay Matthews on the carry. It was my fault. We were talking before the game. Those black numbers on those camouflage jerseys look really, really cool unless you're trying to figure out what number's what.
There you are. Got trips receivers on the bottom of the field here again. One receiver on the top. May see a combination route down there on the bottom.
Valentine is the sidecar. Fenwick wants to throw under pressure. He's got to roll. Fenwick looking for somebody over the middle and just out of the reach of his intended receiver.
Well, you know, talking about going to the well, they've hit that crossing route 3 or 4 times now, and I think Huntington's done a good job adjusting to it and realizing how to pick it up now because it wasn't there that time.
I think that was Hatfield was the intended receiver, not sure, but.
Just the first punt of the game?
Yeah.
Sure is.
So they could not take advantage of the offsides. High snap.
Oh, man.
Takes a Huntington bounce.
Sure did.
And I don't have an 8 on my roster for George Washington, the kid who did the punting.
Looks like we have something going on here, a concern over who actually has possession of the ball.
Well, no concern anymore.
Nope.
The official just pointed Huntington football. I guess they thought one of the Huntington players touched it.
Right.
And the official said no. So the Highlanders, great field position, 1st and 10, their own 49. And Laco wants to go long.
Ooh,
almost intercepted. Hatfield on the coverage.
Great coverage on that.
It'll be 2nd down and 10.
Well, they took a shot there. Hatfield did a great job of getting back there and covering on that.
Single coverage. I mean, I can see why you take that shot. That was a good,
absolutely
good play call there. Again, 4 wide receivers, 3 to the top. Sorry, Coach. 1 to the bottom of your screen. And the sidecar in the backfield for Laco. And that's going to be number 7, Deedrick Graves, and he got very little.
Great job on the defensive end there. I think it was number 2. He did a really good job of closing that down. No, it was Peyton Coulter, number 21, made that play.
Third and 9, ball at midfield.
Twins formations, 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom, 1 running back.
And that sidecar is number 7, Deedrick Graves. Laco wants to throw over the middle out of the tight end. He's got a man, and he's on his way to the end zone. Look at him turn on the Jets. Touchdown, Miles Metters.
And what a block by one of the other Huntington receivers. I don't know who the guy that was on the end of that thing, but He decleated one of the GW defenders.
Metters was one of the 3 receivers in the top of that formation and just ran a post.
Well, evidently they have seen something they think they can exploit, and, buddy, they did.
In a hurry. Aye to attempt the extra point. Kick is up, and the kick is good. 9:29 on the clock, and Huntington now out by 14. They lead at 21-7. We'll take a break. We're coming right back on the RSN Parmar Game of the Week.
Okay, Amy, are you going to pass or press your Dutch?
I'm gonna press my Dutch. No whammy, no whammy, no whammy. Stop!
All right, Wes, your turn. Are you going to pass or press your Dutch? I'm going to press my Dutch. No whammy, no whammy, no whammy. Stop! That's the grand prize!
Congratulations, Wes. You've won this brand new Kia Sportage for only $269 a month.
So you said that Huntington has seen something.
Yes, they have.
And they have turned something into 14 points. I mean, they've done a really good job opening up the passing attack, and the fact that their quarterback Gavin Locko is such a running threat as well. So now you've got both the passing game and a running game you have to worry about if you're GW.
Well, I know exactly what the coaches at Huntington were thinking when they threw that first deep pass. That was a great play on behalf of Hatfield. If he wouldn't have got a hand on that, they would have scored on that one. So I'm sure they just said, well, let's go back and try it again.
Aye is going to kick it deep, and Keegan Sack will recover it and bring it up the center of the field. Still on his feet. Sack to the 25-yard line. He'll be brought down 1st and 10 now for GW, and they need to get some momentum back on their side, Bob, as Huntington's gotten 14 unanswered now.
Yeah, you know, particularly in high school, this is a game of momentum. The ebb and flow can go back and forth so quickly, and they just need to concentrate on what's going ahead of them. You know, like I used to tell my players all the time, Fido, that means forget it, drive on, let's go, you know.
A lot of football left here, a lot of time left in this ball game. Abe Fenwick with the sidecar. That is Clay Matthews. And they give it to Clay. Out across the 25. Really doesn't get any gain there. Maybe a half a yard.
Really good defense by Huntington on that. You can see the offensive linemen for George Washington starting to get that universal signal. They're all putting their hands on their hips. So that means they're getting a little tired.
Yep. And this is early in the ball game to be getting gas. 9:04 to go in the first half. Fenwick wants to throw. Under pressure, and he goes down. On the sack, Walter Williams, 22, the junior.
Fatigue is a scary monster, you know. You start getting a little tired, that's when you start breaking down mentally.
Yeah.
And that's when you start making mistakes.
So it'll be 3rd down and 20. Line of scrimmage now is the 15.
Same formation.
Fenwick wants to throw, and he's going to go for it over the middle. There's that same play that they ran last time. He threw into double coverage.
Yep.
And he threw it. It was almost picked off again. Intended for Keegan Sack. So GW is going to have to punt, and Huntington's going to have really good field position.
Yeah, that sack on the quarterback may come back to be one of the biggest plays of the game.
Yeah.
And let's hope we get a good snap here.
Snap is good. And
it
the punt is
blocked.
Into the end zone, and that is going to be a safety for Huntington. And they're not messing around. They brought the block, and they got it.
Well, once again, that is because of speed.
I didn't see who got a hand on it.
What an effort by the Highlanders on that one.
So 23-21, we're going to keep it right here. And I'm going to remind you that we will have the Kroger Player of the Game following this game, and we'll announce that late in the fourth quarter. Right now, it's anybody's guess as to who it could be, but I mean, Laco's having a really nice first half.
Certainly is.
Want to thank our platinum sponsors of the RSN Game of the Week, Todd Judy Ford, also Parmar Stores, Ben Salango, and Dutch Miller. So not only does Huntington get the safety, they get the free kick as well. And they'll get really good field position as the ball is received by Wayne Harris, and he gets it to the 50-yard line.
And don't be surprised if they wing it again right here, try to go for the juggler.
Yeah. And this is kind of what happened to GW last week against Hurricane, only GW's not making any real mistakes.
Right.
That I would call like turnover mistakes, but they are being outplayed right now.
Yes, they are.
Split back formation. They give it to Zaza Jackson. Zaza up the middle, across the 50 down to the 45-yard line.
Those are the kind of running backs you love to block for, because you hit the guy in front of you, and after you take 2 steps, he's gone. He's past you.
Yeah. Gain of 6 on the play for Jackson. It'll be 2nd and 4.
Defensive linemen are trying to get those blocks off of him, and he's already running past them.
This time, Laco wants to throw, and he's got a wide open man. With the catch is Malik McNeely. We do have a flag on the play. Clear back here at the 41-yard line. Looks like an ineligible guy downfield, Coach.
Yeah, and you know, once again, too, for whatever reason, that looked to me like a bust in the secondary coverage again.
Yeah, because McNeely was wide open.
Right.
There wasn't anybody within 15 yards of him.
Patriots get a break on that one.
Yeah, 5-yard penalty, and they keep the down. It'll be 2nd down and 9. The ball back at midfield.
There's always been a lot of debate with coaches, too, getting into situations, momentum, ebb and flow, when you should call a timeout, when you shouldn't, you know. Mm-hmm. Maybe it's time for George Washington to call a timeout and talk to these guys a little bit.
Laco wants to throw, has a man, and that is the same guy, McNeely. Malik McNeely makes the catch, gets down to the 35-yard line where he stopped there by the Patriots. Not before he gets the first down.
And what's happening once again, Huntington is putting the back in motion to the right-hand side, and then the linebacker is widening, and then the wideout comes in underneath that coverage into that area, finding some open grass, as they say.
Laco hands the ball to Jackson. Jackson, left side, still on his feet. Boy, he can get to the corner quick, and when he gets there, he turns upfield.
Yes.
He is hard to catch.
And once again, it's tough where you have the 3 receivers to the right-hand side of the field, and you have the 1 receiver. The defense has to adjust to the 3 receivers, which gives him more of a lane to run around the left-hand side.
Yeah. 1st and 10, Huntington. The ball inside the 25. Line of scrimmage is the 24-yard line.
3 receivers to bottom again. Here we go. Same formation.
This time it's Graves in the backfield. Or I'm sorry, that is Jackson in the backfield. Laco wants to throw. And the pass was intended for number 10, Malik McNeely.
Wow, really surprised they didn't call interference on that.
Well, I think McNeely kind of
ran into it.
Yeah, kind of tried his tried his hand at getting an Academy Award there.
Good job by the GW secondary staying on him that time.
Yep. Clock stopped on the incompletion, 6:27 to go in the first half. GW scored first, but it's been all Huntington ever since.
They're back to the formation with the two running backs in the backfield again.
They send Jackson in motion. And the little screen over the left side, but GW wasn't biting it.
Quick reception there, picked up, 3 or 4 yards?
Yeah.
That's a 4-yard gain.
4-yard gain, Keegan Sack on the stop. 3rd and 6 now, the ball at the 20-yard line.
Twins to the right, and once again, single receiver on the top and the two backs in the backfield.
Laco under pressure, just dumps a little screen over the line of scrimmage, and the pass is caught. Zaza Jackson stays on his feet.
Well, I'll tell you one thing, that young man is a football player.
He is. Number 5.
Quicker than a cat.
He's making his case for the Kroger player of the game later on.
I would say so.
So 1st and goal for the Highlanders.
Well, one thing we've seen here this evening, they're not real big on a lot of different formations or anything. And as I say, they had to come out in twins to both sides, double receivers each side. No backs except for the wing.
Now they'll bring Jackson in motion. Laco fakes the pitch, goes left side. Laco has the angle into the end zone. Touchdown, Huntington.
Once again, I like to give credit where credit's due. Those big boys up front, that whole drive, were knocking them off the ball and getting them out of the way.
And I'll tell you, one of the things I'm noticing for Huntington on offense is the combination of Zaza Jackson, his ability to run, and Laco with that run-pass option. So that play right there, they faked the handoff to Jackson.
Sure.
The linebackers went with Jackson, and that created all that room on the left side for Laco to run it in.
And both of them are such gifted young men with their quickness as well,
5:12 to go. It is now a 23-point lead for the Highlanders. They lead at 30-7. We're coming right back.
Make sure you are informed. With HD Media, we are leading the state in local, digital, and print media. We are storytellers. We focus on education, health, entertainment, politics, opinions, sports, and the outdoors. Through our websites, print, or social and mobile apps. We work every day to enhance the lives of our customers by informing, entertaining, and empowering our readers in the communities we serve. We are HD Media.
30-7 is our score now. Huntington scoring again and not having any trouble moving the football. You're watching the RSN Parmar Stores Game of the Week, brought to you locally by Kolaski Orthodontics, a George Washington High School local platinum team sponsor.
Once again, the hats off to the Huntington offensive line. Great job on that last drive.
I's kick is going to drive Sack all the way back to the 1-yard line. Keegan Sack loses the football, and to add insult to injury, not quite sure who has it. There's a scrum at the bottom of the pile. Huntington says they have it, and GW will come away with it, according to the officials. Man, that had disaster written all over it.
Yeah, the Patriots can very well afford to have any more wheels come off this half.
And GW will begin its next possession on their own 9-yard line.
So George Washington deep in their own territory. They'll start it at the about the 8 or 9 yard line. It's hard to see. They're calling it the 9. I think it's the 8, but what do I know?
Yeah, about the 8. Sounds good to me.
That yellow line, you know, the soccer line right there, that runs right through the 8 yard line, and that's where the ball's sitting. So. Fenwick wants to throw, throws into double coverage, and that pass is caught. And the receiver's still on his feet. Great job there. Keegan Slack, who has been all over the field offensively and defensively for Steve Edwards tonight.
Great effort by Keegan. He's still fighting.
45-yard gain right there. They needed that, Coach, to get out of the jail that they were in their own end of the field.
Looks like going a little more tempo now.
Valentine, the sidecar. Fenwick wants to throw, screen to Valentine. And he gets it for maybe a yard, and that's it. Valentine just kind of drug. He was that sidecar, and then he just kind of drug along the side there, the field, until he was the outlet for Fenwick.
Great job by Chai coming up there on the corner, stopping that.
That is a timeout taken by the Highlanders.
Huntington wants to call a timeout after a couple of big gains, or a couple of pass plays rather, from GW. We'll keep it right here. I want to thank our game day presenting sponsors, the West Virginia Coal Association, and Still. Coal keeps the stadium lights on. Mullen Plumbing and Heating, a proud partner of Game Day. Contact them Monday for a free consultation. And our friends at Martin Transport invite you to join the team of highly skilled CDL drivers for the best pay and benefits. Parmar Stores RSN Game of the Week right here from Edwards Field on the campus of George Washington High School. They call it The Hill. Brian Nost and Bob Goebel bringing you the Game of the Week. Appreciate all of you who are watching on the live stream on Facebook or at rsn.com. Glad to have you along. Coming up at halftime, they've got both bands here tonight, by the way. Huntington brought their band. And, of course, GW has their. Fenwick wants to throw over the middle. Intercepted. We talked about the West Virginia play, and that's exactly what just happened. Guess who got it? Number 5, Zaza Jackson.
Man, that guy's everywhere. I wonder if he's taking popcorn to the dressing room at halftime, too.
He can bring us some if he wants.
I hear you.
But, yeah, he plays both ways. And that was just a deflection. Fenwick just zipped it and went right off the hands of his intended receiver and right into the hands of Zaza Jackson.
And he's one of these guys, Jackson's one of these guys that's just kind of natural and has that awareness all the time of everything going on.
Yeah. 4 wide receivers, and they send a man in motion and give it to him. That's Wayne Harris, and GW is all over that.
Patriots finally got up there and shut that down a little bit.
Gunnar Flores on the tackle for George Washington. Loss of a couple on the play. It'll be 2nd and 12. Clock runs, 3:35 to go in the first half.
Now the question is, will Huntington try to put another one on the board before halftime?
Well, yeah, a lot of time left here. Jackson in motion. Laco wants to go long. There's the answer to your question.
Oh, man.
Pass was intended for Malik McNeely, and he tripped over his own 2 feet. Otherwise, he would have had that one.
that's something that's not going to go away, the deep threat they have, you know, because they can drop back and throw that ball out there, and, you know, law of averages says they're going to catch another one pretty soon if they keep doing that.
Well, and I think Huntington has the advantage on the outside speed-wise as well. Absolutely. So if you see that one-on-one coverage and it's a speed matchup, chances are the Highlanders are going to win that battle 9 times out of 10.
Yes.
That time Malik McNeely just tripped over his own 2 feet, or we probably would have had another score. Laco throws to McNeely. Pass is caught at the 47-yard line. He gets out to first down yardage almost across midfield. He's going to mark it right at the 50. First down, Huntington.
Other thing you got to think about, too, is if they go with a little play-action fake in there and make one of George Washington's defenders hesitate just one step, they have the ability to overcome them with speed and beat them down the field.
Second quarter score right now, Hurricane leading Spring Valley 21-19. So that's an exciting ball game. Bluefield beating up on Woodrow Wilson 14-7. And flag on the play.
I don't believe the Beavers have won a game yet, have they?
I don't think so. They've been in every game they've been in. They've played. Delay of game on the Highlanders. I'll tell you, one of the biggest games in the state tonight is the annual Crosstown Showdown up in Parkersburg, between Parkersburg and Parkersburg South. No score in that one that I can see yet.
Huntington might take another stab down the field this time again.
Laco wants to throw. He's under pressure. Gets around the corner, throws, and the pass is incomplete. Pass was intended for Christian Saunders, the tight end.
One thing that Huntington does, too, when they put a wing up there in the formation, essentially makes that the strength of the line, because there's another guy right there on that line and he can block also, so you have to adjust to that as well.
2nd and 15 for the Highlanders. Clock stopped at 2:21 on the incompletion. 4 wides, 2 to the top, 2 to the bottom. Laco looks right, throws right. Wide open is Wayne Harris, and Harris down inside the 10, almost to the 5-yard line. And again, one-on-one on the outside, speed wins. And I think to get that wide open, Harris put a move on his defender, and the defender got twisted up, and Harris was just gone. I mean, he had 8 or 9 yards on him.
And you know, and I may be wrong, but it seems to me like sometimes too the guys in the secondary are playing a run a little too much, you know.
Yeah.
And that's making them confused and slowing them down too.
Full backfield, and they give it right up the middle to DeEdric Graves. He's down at the 1-yard line. Well, they're going to call touchdown, but there is a flag on the play. So nothing yet. Body language says it's against the Highlanders. And it is. It's a hold.
That's a holding call on the Highlanders.
Once again, those guys are so quick hitting that line of scrimmage. All it takes is make good contact and drive your feet a couple of steps, and they have a space to get through there.
So that'll bring it all the way out to the 18.
And goal to go for the Highlanders.
First and goal from the 18. Clock will start on the snap. 1:47 to go in the first half. It's been all Huntington after an early GW score, and they give it to Graves. Big hole.
Yeah, they're really starting to take it out of them now when stuff's opening up that wide. And you know the thing about it is, like I've discussed with you probably every time we've done a game, if you can hand the football off like that and get 4 or 5 yards carry and they can't stop it, you're going to be in big trouble.
Yeah. Yeah. Gain of 6 on the play. It is 2nd and goal from the 12.
You always hear about controlling the line of scrimmage, so, you know, moving it forward here. Here we go with the 2 backs and the up back in between the guard and the tackle again.
High snap, and they give the handoff to number 7, Edric Graves, down close to the 5-yard line.
And Tyrus Mayo and Robbie Martin on the left side of that line are just taking them to task. What an effort. They're letting it wind down. Don't know why.
Well, you mentioned Martin and Mayo, 275 and 275.
Yeah, that helps.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt. Flacco hitting the backfield, a big sack right there. And that is number 4, Gunnar Flores. And they needed that, man. They needed that momentum killer right there, down to 15 seconds left to go.
And that is the son of the young man, Steve Flores, I coached at West Virginia Tech.
So timeout on the field, and Huntington wants to talk about it. With 15 seconds to go, it's going to end up being a 4th and goal. Again, go ahead, Coach.
Great defensive call there. I mean, they weren't ready for anybody to pick him up. He came unabated through there, put him down.
One of the best things that gets the momentum back for you when you need it is a blitz that works.
Absolutely.
And when you need it the most, when it works, it really helps.
And if they can possibly keep them from putting any more points on the board here, it will be a little momentum for them as well.
Yeah, so what does Huntington do? Is Huntington going to put it in the end zone? We've seen I's leg. He's got a good leg, but they're going to go for it.
I guess he feels like taking the chance with this lead. Nope, they're going to kick it.
No, they are going to kick it. I just now saw I come out on the field.
I never did like to take points off the board, you know what I mean?
The line of scrimmage is the 14, so this will be a 31-yarder. And II has got the leg, and it goes a little bit right. A little bit right. So
there you go.
Nice job by GW.
Yep.
And that's all. It all started with that sack.
Yep, sure did.
So Flores does a good job of killing that drive.
And that's what they needed. So what do you think here, Coach? Brian, you going to snap that and burn some clock and take it to the house and regroup?
Yeah, I think I
believe I would.
I don't think I'm going to try and throw it down the field. I mean, you've already thrown a couple of picks, and yeah,
they're in their victory formation, whatever you want to call it, to burn the clock here.
They're in there. We're in a world of hurt in the first half formation, and Fenwick takes a knee, and that'll be it.
The old my formation.
Coming up at halftime, we'll hit some scores, but we will also be showing both bands from Huntington and the host band here, GW. So our score at the end of the first 24 minutes, Huntington 30, GW 7. Stay tuned. The bands are coming up, and we'll come back with scores closer to the third quarter kickoff right here on RSN Sports.
Call State Farm agent Matthew Rousey at 304-925-8000 today.
Gentlemen, at this time, please welcome to the field our guests from Huntington, the Huntington Highlander Band. gentlemen, let's give a warm Patriot round of applause to the Huntington Highlanders Marching Band. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we are proud to present the award-winning George Washington High School Patriot Marching Band under the direction of Mark Harden. The band is led onto the field by Field Commander Grace Hanson. Selections for tonight's performance include Everybody's Everything, Havana Express, and Dale Yaleo. Enjoy the show. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up one more time for your award-winning George Washington High School Band.
We know who we are, where we have been, and where we are going. Healthcare is ever-changing, and we are evolving to meet the future needs of our community. Thomas Health is honored to announce our affiliation with the WVU Health System. WVU Health System and its network of hospitals and physicians across West Virginia, Ohio, and Pennsylvania will allow Thomas Health to elevate and expand the current services we offer to this region. With broader access to specialists and subspecialists and the full support of the preeminent health system in our state, we look forward to being your first choice for medical care. Together, proudly serving our community and the state of West Virginia, today and tomorrow.
August 5th, 2013 was supposed to be the happiest day of my life. It turned into a nightmare. Harmony was too big for me to pass through my pelvis. They thought the best option was to put the vacuum on her.
She begged for a C-section over and over and over. They wanted to rush through it. Once Harmony came out, it probably wasn't 5 minutes. They rushed her to NIC unit, and then her head swelled the size of a watermelon. It pretty much crushed her whole skull. Bensalingo was recommended to us by a family friend that he had represented.
Having Bensalingo on our side changed everything for the better.
From day one, he did everything for us. He kept in touch with us pretty much on a daily basis to let us know what was going on and even just to check on us.
It gave us closure as a family, a peace, a calming feeling over us that she can rest in peace finally.
Tonight's pod.
Welcome back to the Hill, the campus of George Washington High School, Edwards Field. Brian Austin, the coach, Bob Goebel. Our score at the half, Huntington 30 and the homestanding GW Patriots 7. Delegate Sean Hornbuckle wants to thank all the fans tonight for tuning in to the Huntington High and George Washington matchup. Delegate Hornbuckle has always prioritized education and finding opportunities for students and their families alike. While we may live in different areas of the state, we have a common goal of achieving excellence and winning the game of life. Enjoy the game, and thank you for your support. That is from Delegate Sean Hornbuckle. Well, Coach, that first half started out nice until it got to the second quarter, and then ugly set in.
Certainly did, and things started getting a little tough for one of the teams to get better for the other.
Yeah.
And some of it is ability and some of it's coaching, but it's a good combination for Huntington, obviously. Now we're going to see if Patriots can get something going here in the second half and try to get rolling and make things happen.
Well, you know, like I said, we started out, Patriots scored the first 7 points of the game. And then Huntington came right back and marched down the field, and they scored as well and tied it up 7-7, and it was like that until we hit the second quarter. And in that second quarter, Huntington scored 23 points. The first two came on they had 2 on a safety, and then the rest were touchdowns. And, man, it was just they were off to the races from there. Of course, George Washington turned the ball over a couple of times. That didn't help matters much either. But promised you some scores from around the state. We'll try to hit them real quickly here. Martinsburg is in a hole. They are playing Highland Springs, Virginia, and they're down 27-0 in the second half. Parkersburg South in the fourth quarter is manhandling crosstown rival Parkersburg 27-7. Morgantown over Hedgesville 35-21 second half. Big game in Spring Valley. Hurricane and Spring Valley. Hurricane on top there, 21-19 in that ball game.
Sounds like a real slobber knocker.
Yeah, man.
There.
Sharando, Virginia over Musselman, 26-17 second half. University is ahead of Wheeling Park, 20-14. These are all AAA scores. As I say that, Bluefield, a AA school, leads Beckley Woodrow Wilson 14-7. Jefferson over Spring Mills, 20-0. John Marshall ahead of Buchanan Upshur, 31-0. Hampshire over Parkview, Virginia, 49-0. Cabell Midland leading South Charleston 20-0. Capital leading St. Albans 25-0. And Stewart's Draft out of Virginia over Greenbrier East 14-3. Those are all AAA scores in the second half.
Sounds like Coach Mason may have finally got the Cougars rolling a little bit for Capital.
Yeah, well, it was good to see because they were struggling. We talked about that prior to the kickoff tonight. The South Capitals just struggling this year big time.
Well, the team's lined up on the wrong sides of the field. I don't know if that's a good omen or a bad one for whoever, but looks like they're getting her straightened out there.
Well, Huntington is going to receive. And back deep for the Highlanders is going to be Mr. Everything, Zaza Jackson. And also he's going to be joined back there by number 6, Wayne Harris. They are standing at their 20-yard line.
I'll tell you one thing about Zaza. He's one of these guys now when the ball goes in his hands, sometimes I'm holding my breath.
Yeah. You don't know what he's going to do.
Yeah, he's he has it all. He has the quickness and the explosiveness and just pure speed burning go in him,
Yeah.
Kind of guy makes things happen.
Jordan Price has it teed up at his 40-yard line. Again, Jackson and Wayne Harris. And Price boots it out of the end zone, so it'll be 1st and 10 from the 20 for Huntington.
By the way, I saw too, we didn't mention Florida State and Louisville are tied at 14 right now.
Oh, all right. Very good.
Still don't think they ought to be playing on Fridays, though.
Nope, I totally agree with you, Coach. I couldn't agree more. Fridays is for high school. I've never, ever liked that at all.
Huntington going out the twin back set again, putting the back on the right-hand side in motion to the left, throwing that swing pass. Got a nice little gain out of it.
Harris, the recipient of that one, Wayne Harris. And Hunter Giacomo, the guy that ran him out of bounds. He got 5 yards there, 6 yards on the play to be 2nd and 4.
The Highlanders do such a good job of exploiting their speed in different places, which makes it difficult to defend. Got the two backs and the twins down here once again with motion.
Laco keeps it, goes right up the middle, and Laco is off to the races. He's got one man to beat, and he's got the angle. And he did not get it done. He got to the end zone. I was going to say he had one man to beat, and that man was Hayden Hatfield. He's going stride for stride with it. Hatfield tried to push him out of bounds at the last minute, but Laco got in the end zone.
I wouldn't swear to, but I think he might have had a pair of those shoes with the wings on them like Mercury going down through there.
Yeah,
wow,
man.
What speed. He was
flying.
Yeah, George Washington they just can't contain the speed.
So whatever Steve Edwards might have said to his kids at halftime didn't exactly work. As Johnny Eye's kick is up and good. So just like that, 23 seconds in, our score is Huntington 37, GW 7. We'll take a break. We're coming right back. Stay with us.
Time for a Labor Day tents event.
This is our biggest event ever with the most cars and the most offers.
We've got 4 locations of inventory. Not only are we selling at our main lots, but we've got tents at the Kanawha Mall and the Old Sport Mart Plaza. Every test drive is a chance to win $1,000. Buy a car and get your choice of $1,000 cash, no payments until 2023, 250 gallons of gas, or take a bigger discount.
With the best trade-in figures powered by Kelley Blue Book Instant Cash Offer, you can get the best deals of the year.
Go to ToddJudy4.com and see for yourself.
My buddy Killian Judy right there. Just go to ToddJudy4.com and see for yourself. That's what he says. 11:37 to go. We are just underway in the third quarter, and already Huntington has scored to make it 37-7. Valentine with it at the 1. I'm sorry, that's not Valentine. I believe that's Keegan Sack.
Sack on the kickoff return for the Patriots. Makes it all the way out to the 30-yard line.
Nice return.
And Keely will begin their first possession of the second half there at the 30.
They'll start at the 30.
First down.
Trailing by 30. There is a running clock rule in the state of West Virginia. In the second half, I believe it is 35 points. And Huntington is 5 points away from that right now. And just think, if they would have kicked that field goal at the end of the first half and then scored that touchdown, we'd be there at this point. No, we wouldn't. We'd still be 2 points shy. What do I know? Math was not one of my strongest subjects, Coach.
Well, I'll tell you one thing, and I hate to say this, but it's probably a pretty strong possibility that Huntington is going to put another one on the board.
Well, yeah.
Things don't change.
Gain of about a half a yard on the play. It'll be second down. And call it a long 9. Valentine with it that time.
And evidently, as we've been seeing, the Highlanders are winning the battle on the line of scrimmage on both sides of the football now.
Yeah. No gain on the play. It'll be 3rd and 9 for the Patriots. Are you surprised they haven't come out throwing?
Yes, I am. I thought that they would maybe try to get some things going here.
When they scored their touchdown, that was all passing. They didn't run the ball at all unless it was a keeper.
Well, Huntington just gave him 5 yards.
Yeah.
Jumping. Different kind of formation you see them using here, too. They have 3 receivers and a back over there, so they essentially have 4 receivers to the left-hand side of the line of scrimmage and 1 lone receiver to the top of it on the right-hand side.
Yep.
Because you have the wing back and the tight end lined up over there with the other 2 receivers.
3rd and 4, Fenwick by himself in the backfield. Wants to throw, straight drop, right over the middle. The pass is caught by Valentine, but it's going to be well short of the first down.
If you'll recall at the first of the game, that was their bread and butter when they were getting that underneath route, and Huntington has closed that gate on that thing.
Yeah, they've covered that up pretty well. So 3 and out go the Patriots of George Washington with their first possession of the second half, taking just 2 minutes and 5 seconds off the clock. And another Huntington bounce on the punt. It's so hard to see that ball up in the night sky here.
The stratosphere.
Yeah.
Had a lot of backspin on it, looked kind of like a kick actually, and then once again made kick back to
something I've never been able to do with my wedge game is backspin.
Yeah.
I just can't.
Absolutely.
Don't understand it.
Same way you get to Carnegie Hall, I guess.
Practice?
Yeah.
Split backs in the backfield. Laco, your quarterback, and they give it to Zaza Jackson. Zaza stutter steps, gets out to the 50-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 2.
He lost his balance on that last step. If he would have had one more step where he could have corrected himself, he'd still be running.
Gain of 8 on the play. 2nd and 2. The ball is at midfield. 8:52, 8:51, 8:50 to go in the third.
Not to sound like I'm beating a dead horse, but I don't think George Washington's played anybody that's this quick.
No, I agree. We talked about that before the game, that Huntington, one of the fastest teams in the state. And a good example of it right there is Deedrick Graves. Takes the pitch, end around, all the way down to the 33-yard line, a gain of 17 on the play. It'll be another first down for the Highlanders.
Well, as I told you earlier, I think it might have been during the break, I've been waiting for that pitch guy to come around for them and flip that out there to him.
The outside's there.
Sure
I mean,
is.
if they get to the edge, they're gone. I mean, they do a great job of getting to the outside. They are so quick, Coach.
Well, and it may sound kind of funny, but the outside is there because the inside is there.
Yeah. No, I get it.
Same formation again.
Laco, pitch to the left side. This time with it is Wayne Harris.
Same play, the other way.
Yep. It's almost a wishbone formation, right?
Yes, kind of, yeah. It's kind of like the old split back veer with the two backs.
Yeah, a traditional wishbone, I guess the quarterback would be under center, right?
Yeah, and a fullback directly behind him, then the two other backs.
That's right.
So we got split back
We'd
veer.
have to have three in the
the
backfield.
running option with the two backs.
Yeah.
That's the offense Houston used to run a long time ago.
Marshall ran the veer, right?
Yep, sure did.
1st and 10 from the 20. Pass out to Harris, right side. Harris cuts back inside, another first down as he gets down across the 10. Boy, how about Marshall last week, man? God loved the Thundering Herd.
I tell you what.
He loved him that day.
Well, like I told you, when you have the transfer portal and all that stuff going on, I mean, they literally built a new team.
Yeah. There were 3 games that the whole nation was talking about last week. One was Alabama-Texas, because Texas took them right down to the wire.
Right.
And almost took them at home. The other one was Appalachian State. And then the other game everybody in the world was talking about was the Marshall Thundering Herd.
Oh, yeah.
And what they did to Notre Dame.
Incredible.
And how cool is that for Coach Huff and his program to have such national recognition like that?
Yeah, and you could tell once that they're well coached, and of course he comes from the best coaching tree there is.
Yeah.
The master himself down in Tuscaloosa, so he knows how to do some things the right way.
Oh, he does, for sure.
And one of them is get players. Wow.
They don't have any trouble doing that.
No, that's the thing about it was it wasn't like they got lucky and won that game. I mean, they won that game.
Yeah. Yeah, they definitely outplayed Notre Dame for sure. Laco wants to run. Now he's in trouble. And now he's got the angle to the end zone. Laco walks in untouched. Touchdown, Highlanders. And it's 43-7. And the defense just didn't know what to do with him.
No, and when we have a flag on the play.
We do have a flag on the play. It's going to come back, it looks like.
He got a really nice block when he reversed field there too. They may have called that for a blind side. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I didn't see what the flag was. I had my eye on the official, but I didn't see it.
Number 21, Marshall Christus had a really nice block on there. And of course, maybe they didn't agree with me. Back to the same formation.
2nd and goal from the 13. And the give is right up the gut to Edric Graves.
And once again, those two road graders over there, Mayo and Martin.
Graves gets it down to the 9-yard line where it'll be 3rd and goal from the 9.
Wouldn't be surprised to see an RPO here, would you?
Not at all.
And they're going with the 2 wides to the left and a wing back to the left.
They send Jackson in motion. And they'll go right over the middle. Touchdown. Wow. That tight end came off of that wing position, right? And the tight end lined up just a step behind the line of scrimmage in that wing position, and Marshall Christus did it again. That's the second time they've run that play. They scored down on the other end of the field in the first half, and they just did it again, Coach.
Well, what I think, too, happened again was where the motion made him widen out a little bit enough where he could just go down through there, and the defender couldn't recover fast enough to get on him. That's good football.
All he did was take one step outside that left tackle and go right for the post.
Yep.
And it was just a lob over the line of scrimmage. That's all there was to it. 44-7 is our score. 6:21 to go in the third. We'll take a break. We're coming right back to the Par-Mar Game of the Week on RSN Sports. Brian and the coach. Stay with us.
What started as the Par-Mar Oil Company in 1967 has grown into 116 convenience stores in 4 states. Par-Mar convenience stores offer monthly product specials and grab-and-go items. Located just down the street from where you live, Par-Mar stores are all about being your above-par convenience store. If you don't have a Par-Mar store near you now, you will soon. Par-Mar convenience stores, neighbors serving your community and making life a little bit easier every day.
Good times now. No, sorry, they're playing Neil Diamond here at the Hill, and I couldn't help myself. People listening at home are going, what have we gotten ourselves into tonight?
I tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, if you can have as much fun as Brian and I can in a football game, you wouldn't know how to act.
With a 37-point spread, we're having a ball.
Yes, we are.
And with it is number 5, Keegan Sack. Across the 20 to the 21.
You know, another element that we don't touch on a lot, too, that makes your everything go so well is special teams.
Yeah.
They've done a great job, covering all the kicks as well as returns and everything. No turnovers.
Yep.
That makes the game flow a lot better, obviously, because it's all about field position.
So GW will start at their own 21. 1st and 10. And they give it right up the middle.
New formation there that we haven't seen. Maybe one time before. They're lined up with a wing on each side now. A balanced look. They're going to have a wing out beside each tackle and 2 wideouts with a running back and a fullback. I mean, just a running back. Same formation.
And another run.
Anthony Valentine on the carry for the Patriots. All the way up to their own 36-yard line. And that's enough for an Ashford Auto first down. Jeep.
They're just burning clock now. One thing that's tough, too, when you're playing the defense that Huntington is, it's like a 3-5. They got those 3 down defenders, and then you have those 5 inside and outside linebackers behind them. And those guys are so quick to get to the point of attack. It's really hard to get out there and get a block on them.
Coach, you've made it when one of the local television stations are texting us to get information.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I hear you.
I'm not going to say who. I don't want to put them on the spot. But, you've made it when the local TV folks are texting Goebel and Nost to get information.
All right. Tell them we could negotiate a nice dinner or something for that.
Yeah. You're welcome, channel whatever.
Happy to help anytime.
Yeah, man, for sure.
National Council for Advancement of Media Relations.
All right, so it's going to be 1st and 26.
Or as I like to say, first in a cab ride.
Yeah, first and from here to cross lanes, probably. Little screen is caught by Valentine. He'll be brought down at the 25-yard line. So a gain of 4 on the play.
little misdirection, bringing that guy around the back to get that. That was a nice job right there.
Maybe wonder, we were talking about the clock rule in West Virginia. I think it's 35 points, which we were at. We're at 37. But I think it doesn't take effect until the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I believe so.
And so that's if you're wondering why we didn't have a running clock, that's why. And a timeout on the field. We'll take one as well. We'll come back right after this on RSN Sports.
Okay, Amy, are you going to pass or press your Dutch?
I'm going to press my Dutch. No whammy, no whammy, no whammy. Stop!
All right, Wes, your turn. Are you going to pass or press your Dutch? I'm going to press my Dutch. No whammy, no whammy, no whammy. Stop! That's the grand prize!
Congratulations, Wes. You've won this brand new Kia Sportage for only $269 a month.
Welcome back to the Hill, George Washington High School, Edwards Field. Brian Austin, the coach, Bob Goebel. GW has their hands full tonight. Huntington came in here after a fresh week off, and they are putting it to the Patriots 44-7. 2nd and 21 now for GW. The ball is at their own 26. Abe Fenwick, the quarterback, drops straight back, looks over the middle, and overshoots his intended receiver. He was looking for sack on the cross route, and he just let him just a little bit too much. It'll be 3rd down.
Huntington secondary, once again, when you're talking about speed and quickness, they do a great job in coverage as well back there.
Again, our Kroger player of the game will come up in the 4th quarter. We'll let you know who we think is the Kroger outstanding player of the game tonight. GW will take a timeout. We will as well. Stay with us. We're coming right back.
I'm attorney Bobby Warner. Congress recently created a fund to compensate victims of Camp Lejeune who were exposed to toxic waters between 1953 and 1987. If you or a loved one were diagnosed with cancer or other health issues related to toxic water exposure at Camp Lejeune, call today for a free case evaluation.
Bobby Warner, now's the time. Call 345-6789.
Welcome back to the Parmar Stores High School Game of the Week. Right here on RSN Sports, Brian Austin, the coach, Bob Goebel. Thanking our game day sponsors, West Virginia Coal Association, Mullen Plumbing and Heating, and Martin Transport. So a 3rd and 21 for GW. Fenwick out of the shotgun. Has to get rid of it, and he does to Valentine up over the left side. Valentine across the 35 to the 36-yard line. He just gets ahead of the original line of scrimmage. And bring up 4th down, and GW is going to have to punt.
Really impressed tonight all evening long with the relentless pursuit of the Highlanders on defense. Gang tackling, getting to the football every down.
Yeah.
Done a great job. Of course, Coach Seals has been there a while. He knows what's going on. He does a great job.
GW gets the punt off, and again, it takes another Huntington bounce. That kid's got more backspin than Tiger Woods.
They almost blocked that one again, too.
Yeah. I'll tell you, I'm really impressed with the Highlanders here tonight, Coach. They have just really come out and showed that they are one of the best teams in West Virginia. Despite that 1-on-1 record, they were in that game with Spring Valley in the first week of the season.
Absolutely.
Only losing it by 1 point. It was anybody's ball game. And, they could very well be 2-0 on their way to 3-0 right now.
Yeah, yes, they could.
Of course, they were 13-1 last year made it all the way to the state finals and lost to Martinsburg, who incidentally is getting their clock cleaned tonight by a team from Virginia. Here comes Zaza Jackson. He stutter steps, gets ahead for about 3, maybe 4 yards.
Yeah, you get an athlete like that, he makes things happen so many times without very much help.
Yeah.
He gets out there and finds just a little gap and he's going, you know.
Coming into tonight, he only had 15 carries for 194 yards in 2 games, but he's having himself a night tonight.
Evidently, he's gone out and done a lot of things in practice and made the coach happy, and he's doing the most he can for the opportunity he's had, I'll tell you that.
Now Huntington wants to talk things over, so we'll take another break, and we'll be back. You're watching the RSN Par-Mar Stores Game of the Week. Stay with us. All right, we're back in 2nd and 6 from the 49-yard line for the Highlanders. And we have a new quarterback in for Huntington. That new quarterback is Avante Crawford. Harris, the ball carrier there. First down. So we probably have seen the last of Gavin Lockow tonight. Locko, sorry.
Looks like they still have most of their offensive line in the game.
Yeah. So the quarterback is Avante Crawford, 6'1", 175. He's a sophomore. And another timeout for the Highlanders.
Got some of the youngsters in there. Got to straighten them out, Brian.
Yeah. We'll keep it right here. I want to thank again the West Virginia Coal Association, and still coal keeps the stadium lights on. Mullen Plumbing and Heating, a proud partner of Game Day. Please give them a call on Monday and schedule your free consultation, especially with the fact that the temperatures are going to start dropping. Man, you want to make sure that furnace is running properly. Mullins can hook you up. And also Martin Transport. Join the team of highly skilled CDL drivers for the best pay and benefits. Clock stopped after the timeout. 2:16 to go. And again, Crawford, the new quarterback. Right-hander wants to throw, and he throws over the middle. Pass was intended for Wayne Harris and just overshot it.
Better coverage by the Patriots. The other safety rotated back to the middle of the field to prevent the deep stuff.
Yep. Yeah, that was Valentine on the coverage there for George Washington. So with a 37-point lead, they're throwing the football and stopping the clock on incompletions. Now 4 wide receivers, 3 to the top, 1 to the bottom of your screen. Crawford takes the snap and hands it to Zaza Jackson. And Jackson around the right side. Tippy toes down the sideline. Great footwork there by number 5, the sophomore, and another Highlander first down.
You know, that's the thing after I've watched him this evening. It always gets my attention when you say he's a sophomore.
Sophomore.
Incredible.
Yep.
Got a great future ahead of him.
Jackson was run out of bounds at the 16, so that's where they'll spot the ball. 1st and 10 from the 16, 2:03 to go in the third. The give is right up the middle to number 7, that's Deedrick Graves. Graves down to about the 5-yard line. That's where they will spot it.
Play brought down by May for the Patriots. That takes the ball to the 6-yard line. The first and goal for the Highlanders.
In that power formation again with the up back and the two backs beside the quarterback.
Crawford wants to keep it. Lowers his head, and he is stood up.
A little hesitation there. I think if he would have pitched that one, Zaza would have been in the end zone again.
That moves the ball to the Huntington 4-yard line, where it will be second down and goal to go.
Second and goal. Jamari Tubbs split to the far left of your screen. Zaza, touchdown.
Jackson on the run for the Highlanders into the end zone.
Young man is having a career night.
He is, absolutely.
That might be a hint of what we're going to talk about later on in the show.
Yeah, I mean, Laco has had a great night as well. He had that.
True.
He had that big 75, 80-yard run earlier on in this quarter, but it could be any number of guys on Huntington's ball club to vie for the Kroger Player of the Game. 45 seconds to go in the third. 51-7 is our score. We'll take a break, and we're coming back right after this.
Call State Farm agent Matthew Rousey at 304-925-8000 today.
Time for a Labor Day Tents event.
This is our biggest event ever with the most cars and the most offers.
We've got 4 locations of inventory. Not only are we selling at our main lots, but we've got tents at the Kanawha Mall and the Old Sport Mart Plaza. Every test drive is a chance to win $1,000. Buy a car and get your choice of $1,000 cash, no payments until 2023, 250 gallons of gas, or take a bigger discount.
With the best trade-in figures powered by Kelly Blue Book Instant Cash Offer, you can get the best deals of the year.
Go to TopJ4.com and see for yourself.
Welcome back to the Hill. Brian Nost and the coach, Bob Goebel. 51-7 is our score. Mercy sakes. We can start talking maybe about next week as Wayne is going to visit Nitro, and I think we're going to be over in Nitro doing that ball game.
Sounds good to me. Anytime I can go anywhere to watch football, I love it.
Yeah. And that'll be the last one for me for a while, because I'll have the weekend of October 1st. I will be in Marietta, Ohio, doing Marietta College, so I will not be doing high school that weekend, as we have an injured Patriot.
Looks like cramps to me.
Yeah. We haven't had too much of that at all tonight, to be honest. Katie Bryant, the trainer, out there. And then Steve Edwards walking out to make sure everything's okay. Oh, that's Giacomo, number 1. I should have remembered because he had the two-tone shoes, right?
Yeah. Like I said, the other thing's bugging me. Who's the other guy that has the other 2?
Yeah. That's a great question.
Another unsolved mystery I'll have to ponder on my drive home tonight.
Yeah. Well, this last minute and a half is going to take about as long as it's going to take you to get to Wayne County tonight.
And I'm telling you what.
Is it Wayne County? Is that
Wyoming.
Right? Wyoming County.
Yes.
Wow. Dude. All right, here we go. Handoff is to Valentine. Right up the middle. Good yardage for Anthony Valentine. He gets out to the 35-yard line, gain of 10. It's a first down for GW. I think it's maybe the first down of the second half, if I'm not mistaken.
I think so, yes. Also looks like the Highlanders have some new guys up front, too.
Wholesale changes on their defense. We'll get to them the best we can. We've got a whole other quarter to talk about it. And
nice effort.
That'll be the last play of the third quarter. Keegan sacked the ball carrier. Our score at the end of 3, 51-7. We're back to call the final 12 minutes for you right after this. Stay with us.
Ball Toyota is here for you. Gas prices got you down? Toyota has a hybrid for everyone, like the 53 MPG Corolla or Camry, the 58 MPG Prius, the 41 MPG RAV4, the 40 MPG Venza, and the 36 MPG Highlander. Need more room or want to haul a trailer or boat? Get the new 22 MPG Tundra Hybrid. Give your new Toyota the protection it deserves with a genuine Toyota service contract. Visit balltoyota.com. Ball Toyota of Charleston. It's a whole new ball game.
Call State Farm agent Matthew Rousey at 304-925-8000 today.
He may have to be the man.
I don't know, guys. That's pretty tough.
Getting ready to start the fourth quarter. And the clock will be running in this fourth quarter as Huntington leads at 51-7 over the homestanding Patriots.
Patriots lining up in that I formation once again.
Fenwick under center, you don't see him there very much. You really don't see a lot of the quarterbacks go under center very often anymore. And sack the ball carrier across the 40 to the 43-yard line. And again, if you're just joining us, we are in that rule now in West Virginia. In the fourth quarter, if it's 35 points or more, the clock runs. So you say, well, he went out of bounds. They didn't stop the clock. That's why. The only way the clock will stop is change of possession and injury timeout. Fenwick under center now gets the call from Coach Tinsley, and they give it to Valentine. Valentine across the 45, and that's enough for a first down.
How many first downs have they had this half? Two?
That may have been two. That may have been the second one.
3.
But Huntington playing all their reserves now at this point.
Jackson's still out there at the corner. I think he's about the only one.
Well, and I saw Marshall Christus, 21, is on the line as well.
Yeah, Zaza Jackson and Jonathan Jackson, number 17.
Valentine. He goes left side for another 10 plus. So GW cranking that ground game out, taking advantage of the underclassmen that are into this ball game now for Billy Seal's Highlanders. 9:40 on a running clock to go in the ball game. And it's a steady dose of Valentine off left tackle. 3 plays in a row.
You know, one of the things I like to mention too, and I mentioned this last week, is every game that we have done, I've really been impressed with sportsmanship. These guys, whether they're up or down, you know, they're just playing hard and not causing any problems, you know, or showing themselves or whatever. They've done a great job with that.
Yep, I agree.
And that comes from good coaching.
And they give the ball again up the middle.
Matthews on the carry for the Patriots. That's a 6-yard gain.
Looks like Clay Matthews, the ball carrier.
We'll bring up 2nd down and 4 to go.
You know, we've been singing the praises of Zaza Jackson all night, but actually, I think the Kroger player of the game, coach, is going to go to Gavin Lockow, and here's why. He was 13 of 18 tonight for 222 yards.
Wow.
3 touchdowns. He rushed for 156 yards and had 3 scores. So, I mean, you could have given it to Jackson easily, but Lockow is, or Locko is our player of the game.
I concur. Great job, especially when you have your leader doing that stuff, you know.
Yeah.
And one thing that jumps out about him to me as well is he's got what it takes. He's tough. He's fearless, you know. Not a scared bone in his body or whatever, you know. He'll take it to you. He plays the position very well.
Yep. Handoff, Valentine, left side, across the 10, down to the 9-yard line.
Down to the Huntington 9-yard line. That's a 3-yard gain, and we'll bring up 2nd down and 7 to go.
2nd and 7 now for GW as they're trying to put some points on the board here late in the ball game. Clock continues to run at 6:50 to go in the ball game. GW just taking their time, 15 seconds on the play clock. And the pitch, Valentine. Left side, Valentine. Down to the 1-yard line.
Patriots takes the ball all the way down to the 1-yard line. Huntington.
Nice drive by the Patriots. It'd be nice for them to get down there and put one in the end zone.
Yep.
Wanted to mention what a great surprise seeing my old buddy Woody Woodrum here doing the game for the Highlanders. Woody and I go way back, becoming friends in the 7th grade in Winfield. And of course, I'm sure you know who I'm talking about, the guy who's done Marshall University football and basketball and anything else green for years.
Right. Valentine into the end zone for the score.
Nice drop.
Not one pass, all on the ground. Well, I got to talk with Woody before the ball game, and he has got that voice. You know what I mean?
Yes, he does. He was made for it. Of course, he didn't tell you too many stories about me, did he?
If I hadn't cut him off, he'd still be going.
Yeah, well, probably wasn't too many of them you could tell right now anyway.
Good point. Good point. And extra point is no good by Jordan Price. It was a bad snap.
A lot of people aren't aware of the great legacy of the Woodrum family at Marshall University. Woody was the first equipment manager at Marshall, and his brother Jimmy was the next equipment man at Marshall. Then Jimmy's little brother Bobby was the next equipment manager at Marshall, and Bobby's little brother Bill was the equipment manager. So it was, I'm saying, close to 20 years there was a Woodrum on the sideline.
Yeah.
You know, with the herd. Talk about a family that's green and white all the way through, buddy.
I got a friend of mine who was the equipment manager for the Akron Zips. He actually is from Parkersburg, and he and his dad and I are good friends. We used to umpire baseball together. Rex Foster is the father, and his son is Kyle. And Kyle used to be the kicker, punter for Parkersburg High School, and then he went on to play at Akron and was their holder and he kicked there for a while. And after he graduated, they kept him on now he's their new team manager, equipment manager.
That's great.
And what a great career he's got ahead of him. You know,
and what a great nickname,
the Zips.
Oh yeah. I was coaching at Salem College and we played against them, and our starting quarterback got his knee injured in that game. You might have heard of him, a guy named Jimbo Fisher.
Who incidentally said last week, never say never, home is home.
That's right.
So I'm just throwing that out there. Of course, he started it, not me. But and that ball goes into the end zone, so Huntington will have it 1st and 10 from their 20. But yeah, in case you missed that, Jimbo last week was asked, would you ever think about going back to West Virginia? Of course, that's after Neil Brown lost again last week, and you know, everybody's wanting his head on a platter. And Jimbo said, you know, I'm happy where I'm at. It's the typical coach speak, right?
Sure.
I'm happy where I'm at, but never say never, and home is home.
Right.
So that opened up a huge Pandora's box there.
Yeah.
You know, bring Jimbo back to West Virginia.
I'll tell you what, he was a whale of a quarterback.
Yeah. He also has about a $78 million buyout, I think, at A&M.
So that might give him a little more patience, you think?
Yeah.
I do know that he recently purchased a 600-acre ranch in Texas.
Is that right?
Yep.
Number 78 for GW, Javon Davis.
Yeah, one thing about him, too, is that his retention was incredible. He'd never forget anything he was told.
Yeah. Yeah, and the quarterback for the last couple of series has been number 13, Avante Crawford. In the backfield with him now is Alex Atkins. He's the sidecar, and Atkins goes in motion. And believe it or not, Crawford's going to throw down the middle of the field, and he's got a receiver. That is Malik McNeely. And McNeely is going to go 78 yards
and that was
for the score.
And keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, that was with the second string offense that did that.
Yeah.
Fresh batch of players on the field.
Wow, mercy sakes. They could have kept it on the ground and run it out with that running clock, but Billy Seals elected to throw it. And kind of rubbing salt in the wounds of the Patriots. And Steve Edwards not happy. He's got his hand on his hip. Headset's off. Standing right here at about the 48-yard line.
Well, you know, I think we've discussed this before. Different coaches take different approaches to this. But through my career, I was on the downside of this enough to know I would never want to do it to anybody else. Yeah. It's just tough on the kids, you know.
Let's take a break. We'll come back and hopefully call the last 4:37 for you right here on RSN Sports. Stay with us.
Make sure you are informed. With HD Media, we are leading the state in local, digital, and print media. We are storytellers. We focus on education, health, entertainment, politics, opinions, sports, and the outdoors. Through our websites, print, or social and mobile apps. We work every day to enhance the lives of our customers by informing, entertaining, and empowering our readers in the communities we serve. We are HD Media.
Welcome back to the Hill. Brian Nost and Coach Bob Goebel. And Huntington has just scored on a 78-yard pass to make it a 58-13 ball game. Johnny Ai kicks it off, and Keegan Sack will bring it back. Actually, that might be, yeah, it is Sack. I was going to say it may be Giacomo, but it was sacked. It's so hard to see those numbers, Coach, at this point.
Well, you know, like we said, the camouflage is working.
It is for sure.
And the Patriots will take over at their own.
So GW will start at the 43. Elsewhere around the state, Martinsburg getting shut out, 27-0. Parkersburg South laying the smackdown on Parkersburg, 48-7. Morgantown over Hedgesville, 35-21. I don't have an update on Hurricane Spring Valley. It was 21-19 at the second quarter, but I don't have an update since then. The next week again, Lord willing, and Dana says so, then we are going to be at Nitro High School as the Wildcats play host to Wayne. Oh, I do have an update now. Spring Valley has gone ahead of Hurricane 31-28.
Wow.
In the fourth quarter.
Sounds like they've been going toe-to-toe all evening.
Yeah. And, of course, I just get this alert on my phone. My Pittsburgh Pirates lost another game tonight, this time to the New York Mets. Thank you very much.
That's got to hurt.
Oh, man. I've been a fan since 1971.
Wow.
Back when they won the World Series, beat the Baltimore Orioles. Little trickeration, end around play for GW. Keegan sacked the ball carrier.
For the Patriots.
Across the 45 to the 44-yard line. First down.
First down, G.
Fenwick under center. I formation. And the first man through.
Quick hitter to the fullback.
That is Matthews.
Carry on the play by Matthews. That's a gain of 4 yards. And it will be second down and 6 to go.
Well, one good thing, I know it's bad about the score and everything. Good thing is some of these young guys get a chance to get out there and get a little bit of playing time.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of times people don't realize the sacrifices that they make every day, and they work just as hard as everybody else does. You know?
Well, you know, I don't know if you caught Neil Brown's press conference this week for WVU as Fenwick under pressure. Now he'll just tuck it and run. He said that he plans to play a lot of younger players this week against Towson tomorrow. So I don't know if he's that confident that that they're going to win that ball game, and so he's already making that claim, or if he just is not happy with what he has seen. And I think that may be a little more of it than overconfidence.
Well, it's such a unique thing to get the combination of all that correct with your team, you know. You know, is it attitude? Is it ability? Is it attitude and ability?
Yeah.
You know, how much do they really want to play? So on and so forth. You know, so it's I'm no psychiatrist by any means, but there's an awful lot of psychiatric evaluation going on along with the physical stuff. You know.
Anthony Valentine on the carry there. It's going to be 4th and 1. They need a yard, almost 2, to keep the clock running and keep the drive alive.
And if you talk to a good coach, he knows how every one of his guys tick, what makes them tick. You know?
Fenwick with the keeper, and he'll have the first down.
I think, yep, Fenwick, yeah. But, you know, I found out that out right away, you know, one kid will respond to having his rear end chewed out. Another one responds to being patted on the head.
Yeah.
You know, so on and so forth.
So we're inside a minute, and GW just going to take their time here. Just work on a few plays. Fenwick will go to the end zone. Pass is knocked away.
Well, we have a chance here, too, if you don't mind. I'd like to give a shout-out to one of my old college teammates, David Pellico, who is watching the game tonight in West Palm Beach, Florida.
Oh, wow, that's awesome. There's a flag in the end zone, Coach. I think it's going to be an unsportsmanlike against Huntington.
Well, that's what I get for talking about sportsmanship, huh?
Yeah.
Be sure to come out next week as your Patriots travel just down the road to take on South Charleston.
So we'll see what the call is. Yeah, it's unsportsmanlike. That'll be 15 yards.
Well, GW has enough time to put one on the board here.
The ball down to the Huntington 15-yard line. And that penalty will result in a first down.
So the clock starts now, and inside 25 seconds left in this ball game, and we have time here for probably one more play. We'll see if GW can put it in the end zone. Fenwick, he wants to throw. And a flag on the play. Fenwick scrambling, and he'll just run out of bounds. And they'll stop the clock with 1 second. Well, the clock runs out, and they're going to call the game. So our final score from the Hill, Huntington 58, George Washington 13. For all of us at RNSN Sports, my partner Bob Goebel. Thanks for watching. I'm Brian Noss. Have a good night, everybody. We'll see you next week.
Good night.
Also, ladies and gentlemen, I do have the winner of the Sixer raffle drawing. If you have one of the orange tickets, the number on the ticket is 052708. 052708. If you have the winning ticket, please make your way to the press box now.